Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk Tri-State with Tiny and Katy.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Tri-State, powered by Home Right Windows and Doors in Waynesboro, the right choice, winner in the 2022 Best of the Tri-State Awards.
I feel like we have a little theme kind of going today.
Yeah, theater, performance.
I love it. So we have Artistic Director Ryan Gibbs from the Totem Playhouse, and let's be more specific, producing artistic director.
A lot of words.
What exactly does that mean?
Oh, so it's like two things. I sort of look after all of the producing end of things, the financial, all of the strategy, operational strategy, programming strategy, and then the artistic director end of it is just the content we create, what we're curating for our community, what we're bringing in, that sort of a thing.
How long have you been with the Totem Playhouse?
Since May. I mean,
you're
the
new kid on the block, huh?
New kid on the block, sort of. I have a history with the Playhouse that really goes back to the early 2000s. I've been in and out of that space as a director and a stage manager, as a lighting designer. I help put sets in. Like, I've been around Totem Pole for a long time, but in this full-time capacity, just since the beginning of this past season.
Okay. Let's start by just going through the history of the Playhouse, because I know you guys are coming up on a big anniversary next year.
We sure are. So Totem Pole Playhouse is about to have its 75th anniversry. It's a diamond anniversary. We've always been located in Caledonia State Park, like right on the Franklin-Adams County line. Our original location, there was a fire, and in 1970 we moved across the street to our new location. We still call it the New Theater, even though it's been around
there for a long
time. It's been around for a bit. Most famously, we were John Putch and Jean Stapleton's summer theater. So while she was shooting All in the Family, she'd come do summer theater with us, and then slowly it sort of turned out of that into a more traditional summer stock theater, and now we're on a little bit more of a traditional theater schedule, but we still operate in the summer between Memorial Day and Labor Day.
Okay. And then the actors that you have, do you have open auditions throughout the year?
Not really throughout the year. We have some targeted times that we go find folks. We bring in folks from New York. We have a lot of folks who have worked on Broadway shows, big national tours, that come in to work with us, and we also have a lot of young talent that's sort of coming up through the colleges, filling out other roles in the ensemble. And we usually about a third of our casts are local folks from the local community that are professional actors or people who were trained as actors that are now doing other things, but carve a little time out with their PTO to come do a show for Totem Pole.
I thought when I was in college, I thought about being a theater major because I've always thought about acting.
Yeah.
I love spotlight, microphones, attention. Those are kind of things I enjoy. So I always thought I would be good at it, but I never tried it. So I've always thought, am I too old to try out and see if I could do it or not?
Absolutely not. Come on by. Don't
you think I would be good at that?
Well, maybe. I think you have, like I said, use the PTO. So if you have to take days off, I fully support that. 100%.
Tiny wants me to go 5 days a week.
You know what I can do. How much would you like?
We'll take her. How's 2 weeks sound?
Well, and you guys, I'm sure there's some upgrades that you need at the facility, so we could, I'm sure, provide some type of donation.
100%. 100%. Let's talk after. Let's talk after.
Absolutely.
Let's you and I get a coffee.
Now, the next big play that's coming up is A Christmas Carol. It's going to be at the Majestic Theater in Gettysburg.
Yeah.
And that opens December 6th runs until the 15th.
That's exactly right.
What is that going to look like?
Yeah, so the Christmas Carol, Totem Pole's Christmas Carol, it's our annual holiday perennial that we do almost every year. This year it's starring Ray Ficca, who was Totem Pole artistic director for a long time.
I definitely
know Ray Ficca. I know everybody. I say it and everybody's eyes light up.
He used to do the commercials for Totem Pole.
100%.
Yes.
Ray's dear, and he's coming back. He's done Scrooge, but never for us. So it's a real first time. So if you know Ray, you're excited. Definitely, this is the year to come see it. We're running with the Gettysburg Christmas Festival. We're part of the Christmas Festival for the first weekend, and then the second weekend, they're all open to the general public, but the first weekend's with the festival. In between, we do 3 performances that are for school kids, middle school kids. So it's about 2,000 kids see the show. It's all subsidized through fundraising, so often they see the show for no cost at all, and sort of their first experience with live theater. So that's cool. What we do with the time in between is a little bit of a give back.
Christmas Carol was my first experience with live theater, and I distinctly remember Williamsport High School.
Yeah,
did a production of it.
Yep.
And of course, when you're a kid and you're this huge stage,
yeah,
wow, it's larger than life. It was just so good, and so the story, obviously, everyone knows the story, so it's one of those, bring you together, a timeless Dickens classic. And I'd love to see Totem Pole's spin on it. That'd be great.
I'd love you to too. It's a great adaptation. I always say it's an easy, fast holiday outing for the family. It's 90 minutes. It's at a great location.
You couldn't be better with Gettysburg.
Yeah, right on the square. Beautiful, beautiful historic building.
It's so beautiful at Christmas time too.
It's so beautiful.
And now, is the Christmas Carol the traditional story, or do you?
It is. No, it's a very traditional Christmas Carol. It's very faithfully adapted. It's like I say, we've cut it down, but it is so it's like the greatest hits album of A Christmas Carol, but it really is a fan favorite for a reason.
And then tickets, how can someone come see it?
So tickets are available through the Majestic box office. So you can go to GettysburgMajestic.org, or you can call, I have to check my notes, you can call the box office at 717-337-8200 to reserve seats.
Okay. And then once the Christmas Carol wraps up, that's your big play that you have coming up next. What does 2025 look like for Totem Pole Playhouse?
So the 75th season, it's jam-packed. We're calling it the party season. It's just, it's all comedies, all things you know and love. We're doing Greater Tuna, which is a Totem Pole perennial. We've done Greater Tuna many times.
Greater Tuna?
Yeah, so 2 actors playing all the residents of what is called the 3rd smallest town in Texas. It's a radio interview. It's just these 2 actors playing all these crazy characters.
Do you know this? Have you heard of this?
No.
Yeah, there's Greater Tuna, Red, White, and Tuna, A Tuna Christmas. We've done them all. It's like my big love letter to Totem Pole Pass. Like,
you know what? We'll have to tune in and watch it.
There it is. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm stealing that. Well done. Atta girl. Tuna in. Then we're doing Dolly Parton's 9 to 5. And then we're doing Alfred Hitchcock's The 39 Steps, which we've found recently people really love these comedy murder mysteries. Like in the vein of like Knives Out or Only Murder in the Building. We did the Clue adaptation of the Clue movie this year. Last year we did a really funny Baskerville. This is another comedy adaptation of a murder mystery. You're going to love it. Our big musical is Beautiful, the Carole King musical. And then we're doing a Neil Diamond, the Neil Diamond tribute, which is, it's a concert, but he's like in the costume, telling the stories, singing the songs. As part of our 75th, is our Diamond anniversary.
Okay.
And then our holiday programming next year is we're going to take a little break from Christmas Carol, and we're doing $1 Million Quartet Christmas. And if you know $1 Million Quartet, it's Carl Perkins, Elvis, Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash. One night they all got together in Sun Studios and all recorded at the same time. That's the play $1 Million Quartet. They've made a holiday version, which is the same premise, all of their famous covers of holiday songs. So we're doing that also at the Majestic next year. And then Christmas Carol will come back in 2026. Also next season, we've created a little series called Tucked Away Tuesdays. Tucked Away, on the Tuesdays in between our main shows that I just rattled off, we're bringing in programming at a more affordable price point of things that we never have, things we don't usually do. I have a really great magician, family-friendly magician for all ages, coming in for 2 shows. I have a really great dueling piano sing-along, a couple that have done stuff for us before. This is a show they do out on cruise ships. They're bringing in just for Totem Pole, custom cutting it just for us. And then we're bringing in a really funny comedian called the Spouse Whisperer, who, people would just love this guy. So some new programming, some things to sort of sneak in there on those times in between to sort of start really widen what we're offering to our community.
Not to mention a Tuesday night, date night.
Yeah,
perfect date.
Perfect
date night in the summer. Perfect afternoon. We get a lot of bus groups of retirement communities and folks that are looking for things to do. It's one of the things I always say about a community theater versus a professional theater. We're a professional theater. We're all doing the same thing. One advantage we have is that because we're people's full-time work when they're with us, we can do weekday matinees. We do 3 weekday matinees every week, which is something that folks in this community are looking for things in the summer weekday afternoons to go out as a group and do something, and we're really proud to be able to offer that.
And I know you're very community driven. How can the community support you?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. There's so many great ways to get involved. We are a registered nonprofit, 501c3. We're Pennsylvania Bureau of Charities. All of that. So we rely a lot on donations. Our ticket sales and ticketed events brings in about 2/3, covers about 2/3 of our costs. About 1/3 of us is through philanthropic endeavor. So like there are big things right now. Adams County Giving Spree is today. It's the Adams County. As soon as I leave here, I'm heading down there to volunteer. It's a great way to get involved, particularly if you like that student student subsidized performances that we do in Adams County. Our annual fund campaign kicks off, which is our big thing around Giving Tuesday, the thing everyone's sort of doing this time of year. Kicks off on the 15th of November. So totempoleplayhouse.org is a great way to get involved with either of those things. And then I'm actively looking for our show sponsors for 2025. An individual or a business that wants to partner with us, great way to get, make sure you're a really visible member of the community, get in front of like 20,000 people, and you're supporting all kinds of great things. And we have so many levels of sponsorship. We can really custom cut something around what's exciting to you about being a sponsor. If you hear a show we're doing that you're drawn to, we can really make a really special experience and get it done for you as a sponsor, as you're helping us and of course helping the community.
If somebody wanted to do, go to all of these shows and all of the Tucked Away Tuesdays, do you have a subscription?
We have a great subscription program. Subscription, if you're already a subscriber, renewals will go out the middle of December. February 1st, subscriptions will go on for new subscribers. But yeah, you get the best seats, the best price. You're the first to know everything. Nobody gets anything at Totem Pole before the subscribers. You can have a traditional theater subscription where you have every show. You can buy a flex subscription where you can come to you want more tickets to one show, less to another. You can add on the Tucked Away Tuesdays. We're really trying to make it work in your life however you want, because those subscribers year after year, we have people who send me notes. They'll send me notes and say, I've been a subscriber since 1972, or my parents were subscribers, and our family has been subscribers since the beginning, and it's just really neat to hear all of that.
Yeah, Totem Pole is really woven into the fabric of our area.
I think it is too.
And leading from that is, other than the fact that it's the obvious that it's just in our backyard, one of my favorite things about Totem Pole is that there's not a bad seat in the house.
Yes.
It is an intimate venue. What is the capacity of Totem Pole?
Just shy of 400. Okay. We're just shy of 400. Yep.
Yeah. And what's your favorite production that you've worked on?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's
well,
a toughie.
I will say I directed a production of The Drowsy Chaperone a couple years ago, which my wife was in and was pregnant with our first son. And then last year, our second son, she came back and she was Miss Hannigan. I didn't work on that production, but she was Miss Hannigan and Annie, 5 months pregnant again. So it's a good luck charm for us that my wife has been pregnant with both of my sons at 5 months on the Totem Pole.
Are you finished doing that production? No more of that?
No more of that. I think no more of that. But one never knows.
Do you ever act, or are you strictly?
I don't. I gave that up in high school. I through college. I acted through college, and you sort of, we all hit that point where you're like, oh, that's fun, but there are people who are so much better at it. Like, I'd have to work so hard to be what they are naturally great at. And so I said, let me lean into the other things I do, and where I feel like my natural strengths are.
That's how I think I've progressed here in the past few years. With, I still enjoy being on the radio, but I really love the behind the scenes, making the things work, and all the gears and technology. That's where I think I excel now. But just have a lot of fun and finding something that you just love, and then lucky and blessed to have two components of this.
Correct.
That I love. So you guys are doing great things up at Totem Pole. And take us again through the website, how people can contact you, hours of operation, if you want to physically show up and just get tickets yourself.
Right now, during the summer, our box office is open 7 days a week. Right now, we have on reduced winter schedule. But the best way to get in touch with us, totempoleplayhouse.org is our website, or our social medias. Our Instagram is Totem Pole Playhouse. Our Facebook is Totem Pole Playhouse. And I promise, if you write us in any of those, it's me.
Okay.
It's me. We're a small organization. It's like three of us.
And that leads me to my next question is, when it comes to needing employees, volunteers, what is it? Who is it that you need? What are you looking for there?
Oh, volunteers. We have volunteers that come help us with our groundskeeping, our landscaping. The local Boy Scout troop helps us plant our flower barrels every year. We have volunteer ushers. We have paid ushers. Where a lot of young people's first summer job, right? Is there an usher at the Totem Pole Playhouse, right?
Job.
And we also have a volunteer corps that helps with that. We always have things that need to be done. We have people who reach out to us because their place of work gives them a PTO day for helping a charity, and we had a guy last week who helped us put props and furniture into the Majestic, help people come in and help us file in the office. And then, of course, if you work on our productions, there's always a pay of some kind. We operate with 3 professional labor unions. We're paying into people's pensions. We're paying into people's health cares. We have lots of other opportunities. There's lots of ways to get involved. Be it if you have technical production knowledge or anything like that, just reach out. Like I say, I'm usually the one at the other end of all that stuff. So I would love to hear from you.
Do you ever do, and maybe this is, what was the Alfred Hitchcock play? You said
39 Steps.
39 Steps. Do you ever do a murder mystery where the audience is involved?
You know, we don't. But
there's probably too big of an audience.
Well, it is, and those things really take time. They take time. I used to work on one very similar to that. It was like a 3-day long show. You'd come on Friday, you'd leave on Sunday. Wow. It was so much fun. It was up the road in Cumberland County. But we're always like, that team, my whole team of those folks lives in this area, and we're always like, man, if we could find that right spot, that right venue, we love doing that sort of a thing, and we love doing the murder mysteries. So who knows? We're always looking to expand our season, looking for ways to.
That could be a Tuckaway Tuesday.
It could be a Tuckaway Tuesday. It might need to be all day and all day.
A Tuckaway week.
Perhaps. A Tuckaway week, yeah.
I absolutely love murder mysteries.
Yeah, me too.
They're so fun.
They're so fun. And they really have. We found this. My predecessor, David, programmed this Baskerville into the season 2 years ago, this funny Ken Ludwig adaptation of The Hounds of Baskerville. And the audience they just loved it. And we're like, oh my gosh, yes. So that's why we did Clue, the adaptation of the Clue movie this year.
Sorry, I missed that.
Oh, it was so good. And that's why we're doing 39 Steps next year.
The only Murders in the Building, you mentioned that
TV show.
You have done that, or
oh no, just shows like that.
Okay.
Things in that vibe. Like if you like that show, if you like that vibe.
My wife's watching that now.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
I went the Alamo movie theater in Winchester.
Oh yeah.
They do once a month. They'll show a very old movie and make it more interactive with the crowd.
Yeah.
And they had Clue last month.
My gosh.
And so it was great because we all got a prop and playing along. Obviously, we've all seen the movie a million times, but that was so much fun. I love Clue.
Katy was hoping she did it.
Yeah, it was.
Did
you?
No, but they did call for volunteers to come to the front of the theater and do a fake their own death, and whoever did the best one won some tickets.
Oh, that's fun.
But they pulled me.
File that one away.
Yes,
yeah, that's a great idea.
They pulled me and 2 other teenagers, and so people were more excited about the teenagers doing that than me. Yeah. But obviously, you know who the winner was.
Obviously. I won't even make you say it. I won't even make you say it and embarrass yourself. Truly, when we did Clue this year, people would call out lines that Madeline Kahn things on the side of my face.
Things on the side of my face.
When she do it, I mean, the place went crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, so it really is, again, and that's just another great way to engage people that presented itself. We had a previous producer took a shot at something, and we were like, oh man, our community, our audience is just like, yep. And it just really, it's amazing to see new people, new customers coming in the door.
Do you team, I know years ago, Totem Pole used to do this because we would advertise for them.
Yeah.
Do you have any times now where you team with any local restaurants to provide a package type deal?
Well, we work with Hickory Bridge some over in Adams County, particularly for our bus groups, where they will come because we're talking 30, 40 people, and so they have a great family style.
Yes, they do.
It's terrific. And so they're set up for that. We have some other places with that. But I don't think we have a lot of good packages right now, but I'd love if there's any restaurateur listening, always looking to develop out that Rolodex. So we want to make sure people really want dinner and a show. They want a proper date night, to your point earlier, or a proper family night if you can take everybody out. So we're always looking for partners that we can at least recommend and say, this is a preferred partner. You can, if you buy your dinner there, you can get a discount on the ticket here, or vice versa. Always looking for packages.
Do you do anything regarding, I don't know what this would be, but do you do any facility rental type?
Not yet, but it's on the horizon. Okay. It's on the horizon. We're on the state park. Our land is on the state park, and so all of that stuff. You always have like the layer of the state of Pennsylvania also that is a contributor to all these conversations. So we do have is a little event tent that people can rent out. If you want to come, bring a picnic lunch.
Oh, nice.
We've had little family reunions under there, things like that. That's available for rental always. the space itself, we're working on that. So stay tuned.
Well, thank you for sharing so much about Totem Pole Playhouse.
Yes, thank you for having me.
And check out A Christmas Carol.
Yes,
for sure.
please. Yes. You don't want to miss Ray Fickett and A Christmas Carol, I promise.
And Ryan, I hope you come back maybe at the start of 2025 and go through everything again.
I would love
a little bit more detail. That'd be great.
Anytime.
Okay, great.
You know what I like to do is talk about Totem Pole Playhouse.
I love it.
So
thank you so much,
you
Ryan.
let me know. Thank you.
If you'd like to be featured on an upcoming episode of Let's Talk Tri-State, call 717-597-9200 or email letstalk@921thegoat.com.